Hi, my name is Obiora Igbo, but everybody just calls me Obi. I've been in Montgomery Village for about 4 months now. I live in Whetstone Courts, me and my partner, but I've spent over 20 years in Montgomery County. I'm a first generation American here, born. My family's from Nigeria. I've traveled all over the place, but I always knew that Montgomery County is where I call home. And the first home that me and my partner decided to purchase was in Montgomery Village, and we've been happy here ever since. When my partner and I first moved to Montgomery Village, we fell in love with it immediately. My realtor showed us 7 places in one day. It happened to be the last place, and we instantly fell in love. She said yes, I said yes, and we knew that this was going to be the home for us, not just for now, but for the long term. We're planning on starting a family here, and I personally believe that change starts with the self and with the family and with your community. So I want to start inward and then build from there. And everybody always says it takes a village. So I want to be a part of that village. It's literally Montgomery Village. So anything that I can do to be hands-on and a part of shaping this beautiful village that we've come to love already and help it grow for the future, I'd be happy and excited to do that. When it comes to village affairs and service in the community, I'm fairly new to the village. So I've decided to do what I can do best and first, which is just being focused on being a good neighbor. I've introduced myself to all the neighbors in Whetstone Courts. I've invited them out to the Labor Day cookout that we had. We had a very good time. I've helped some of my elderly neighbors move some heavy furniture upstairs, attended another neighbor's art show, and even supported another neighbor's woodworking business. He's helping us with our dining room table. So just getting involved and hands-on in the community in the best way I know how, being as new as I am, that's something that I've taken a great interest in doing. And I believe the community starts at a neighbor level. So doing that has been something I'm passionate about, and hopefully I can continue to serve in other more meaningful ways once I become a part of the board. Personally and professionally, I have a passion for people, compassion, and being of service. For work, I have a background in marketing first, fitness second, and in the arts and in music, a lifelong hobby of mine. So in marketing, it's important to have a way of communicating ideas to drive collective action. And I've experience working both nationally and internationally with marketing endeavors. And I feel like that plays a big role in what we want to do here on the board. I want to collect the insights from the community and find out how we can affect change to see all the change that we'd like to see altogether. With fitness and wellness, I help people build processes and structures and habits and systems to find themselves to get them to be the best person that they want to be and see the change that they want to see in themselves. And I feel like that's something that I want to do for the board, for the community. Find ways to inspire change and set up processes that will help us be the best version of ourselves. And for arts and music, personally, that's my favorite. I feel like they both share the idea of beauty and community expression, how we can find the beauty together and enjoy it. Because the arts and music, just like community, I feel like it's best served, enjoyed with people, it's best served to enjoy with the community. So I feel like these skill sets translate, and the underlying theme is to listen, organize, and to inspire. I feel like some priority items that I've been thinking about is the general ideas of both function and fashion. I think functionally, things like, from what I've seen so far, traffic, pavements, parking, things regarding infrastructure, that's something that I've seen since I've been here so far in my short amount of time, and something that I've heard from some of the residents from speaking with them and getting close with my neighbors. And I think that's something that I can see that we would need to tackle head on first, but then also the fashion, the aesthetic of the place, the shopping centers, the shared spaces, the cleanliness of the places, how we can manage the beautiful environment that we have, but then also the architecture that we have, and making sure that both are clean and shine in their own respective ways to make sure that the village feels welcoming and well cared for, not just for the residents, but for people traveling into it. So I feel like we can take a lot of pride in that and have clarity for the residents and for the visitors. The first thing that I'll propose is something that I propose for myself personally, and it's to start by listening and learning. I feel like I have a lot of respect for the long-term residents' perspectives. That's something that I've been learning as I've been here, and hopefully to collaborate with the current board members to get a pulse of what's been going on and what's currently on the docket, what has been on the docket, and review what's been done, what's underway, and assess the community sentiments and their needs, because that is what's most important to me. I have my own ideas now, but I'd like to see what's going on first so we can build solutions collaboratively and not in isolation. Diversity for me is absolutely a strength and not a challenge. So that's not even something I've had to consider as something of how I'm thinking of how I would approach, because that's something I've done since I've been growing up and I do now. I grew up in a very diverse area, grew up in a very diverse school system. I always tell people outside of the state that Maryland is, I consider it America's America. It's a big melting pot. And that's something that I've always loved about being in this area, especially in Montgomery County, especially in Montgomery Village. So even when I travel, I like to be out of place or learn different things about different cultures. So my main thing is being comfortable with being a listener and being a learner. So anytime I'm engaging with anybody of a different background, I like to listen and learn, figuring out what makes them tick, figure out what they don't like, what they'd like to see, what they don't like to see, and try to approach everyone with curiosity and respect, because I believe that every resident has a value to add. I fully support the MVS environmental policy. Personally, that's one of the first things that I noticed when I got to the village is the natural beauty and the way that it's maintained. So if there's anything I could do to support that, I would love to. If they had a thing where we have to volunteer once a year to clean up the parks, I would do that. Not that I'm imposing that on anybody, but just saying that to say how much I actually enjoy and would care to continue supporting the environmental policies. I feel like it's important that we try to coexist with the wildlife, and I would like to lead by example through stewardship and find out ways that we could all care deeply about presentation and the preservation. For the future of Montgomery Village, I would love for it to become a place to go and not just if you know, you know. I've lived in Montgomery County for over 20 years, and there's not too many people I know that travel to Montgomery Village. And I feel like it's really a hidden gem that me and my partner found as soon as we moved here, with the abundance of parks and trails and events to draw people in. I feel like it's a nice thing that we can share with people. So that's the nature side of things. But also, we have a lot of nice events and architecture and shops for people to come. So I think we could find a way to have some growth without sacrificing the residents' quality of life throughout thoughtful development, like what they're going to do soon with the Lake Forest Mall. I think there's a way that we can find that to be make it a bustling area, but also maintain the wildlife and the environmental things that we've all know and love with Montgomery Village. So finding ways to keep it spacious yet walkable, vibrant yet peaceful, finding balance would be the goal. And lastly, I think I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome for me and my partner for moving in here. It's been nothing but a good time since we've been here, and I'd love to keep that going. Thank you for showing us the appreciation and the care and pride that you all have for Montgomery Village, something that makes me want to join the void and participate. And if you ever see me outside, don't be shy. Feel free to talk to me directly. I'm here to listen, I'm here to learn, very service oriented. So feel free to let me know what's on your mind, what you would like to see in Montgomery Village, and just to have a conversation. I really want to find ways for me to be useful in everything that I do. I want to be useful. I take a very good pride in a job well done. So any way that I could help serve the community, I would love to do it. And speaking of serving the community, I feel that it's important to everybody to go and vote, whether it's for me or for one of the other candidates here. Your participation is greatly encouraged. And thank you for your time.